Hi all, my name is Haley Comet and welcome to my cosmic corner of the internet where we discuss all things astrology. And today, North Node conjunct planets. What does it mean within your birth chart if you have Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, you name a planet. We're going to talk about it within this video, talking about what this indicates about your life purpose, about themes that you should lean into to get out of your comfort zone. I'm so excited. If you're familiar with my channel, you would know that I am a North Node nerd. I have many North Node series on my channel. I have North Node through signs and houses that you can check out, which will have your unique sign plus house combination in that series. I also have North Node by house if you want to just dive deeper into North Node blank house, South Node blank house. And all of these pieces are meant for you to be able to put together the full picture of who it is that you are and why it is that you came here, which is why it is truly my honor to be a conduit for this information. If you wouldn't mind, just keep in the back of your head, if anything that I say resonates with you, you're like, ooh, I have totally felt that before. If you can consider dropping a like, commenting, subscribing, only if I've earned it, I would appreciate that so very much. And without further ado, let's dive in. North Node conjunct planets. So my first disclaimer, when we talk about North Node conjunct a planet, it's important to know that you do not come out the womb as your North Node. Your North Node is what you are here to work on, and it's where you can have the most growth. But many people, they look at their North Node, myself included, and it absolutely terrifies them. So there can be a strong possibility that you look at your North Node and that planet and you are not as cozy or comfy with that planet. But here within this video, I'm going to empower you and how you can manifest this energy positively to live your most aligned life. Comment below if you would be interested in a North Node opposite series. So if you have planets conjunct the South Node, or you notice that it says a planet is opposite the North Node, let me know if that's a series you would be interested in. That will have different applications than this video, but I'm happy to do it. Just let me know that you'd be interested in that. And throughout the course of this video, I will be discussing past lives. And if that's not a concept that resonates with you, no worries. I want you to just think of early in life, just like a life arc, but it's just a concept that resonates with me, so I tend to speak of it that way. So timestamps will be below, and let's begin with North Node conjunct the Sun. Okay, so when you have North Node conjunct the Sun, I get sort of jealous of this placement sometimes, because part of your life journey is just for you to be the person that you are. Okay, because Sun is who it is that we are, and it's also like who we are becoming. I liken the Sun to sort of our hero's journey, right? Of the energy that we identify with, and with the archetype that's sort of the backdrop of our own development as we grow. And with North Node Sun, creating your own identity is very important for you. And the more you can tap into who you are, where you light up, where you source your confidence, the more you'll be on your North Node journey. It's like you just need to be yourself in order to expand yourself as a soul, because there can be certain energies within this nodal story around perhaps in past lifetimes you didn't get to be as comfortable with yourself. You didn't get to shine your light. Sun is in the middle of the solar system. It effortlessly shines out its rays. So when you have Sun opposite the South Node, that's what it means when you have Sun conjunct the North Node, there could have been past life themes around having to keep your life dimmed, that it was not safe to be the person that you are. It was not safe to stand up as a leader. So there can be this area of discomfort around being able to be seen for your talents and your abilities, to be visible for your creations, to have all eyes on you as a leader. That could feel deeply uncomfortable, but it's where you are meant to embrace into this lifetime around visibility, being seen for your talents, being seen for your personality. So in your journey of North Node conjunct Sun, getting more comfortable with eyes on you and not needing everyone to like you, like being okay if they don't. It is important for you to develop a healthy ego. Now, wherever North Node is can be a facet of our chart that we can get obsessed with. It can go too off kilter, right? So there can be sometimes a overstepping of our confidence, overstepping of our ego, thinking that we are God, that we really are at the center of the universe just because we're here to embrace Sun themes. And healthy confidence is not it. It's not feeling like we are more important than other people. It is being able to feel confident within our talents, within our abilities, knowing where we are genuinely able to give value, give illumination. That's what the sun does and shine, and where we are not necessarily. Because with North Node Sun, they can have this godlike complex at times if it is not balanced. It's important. Our South and North Node are meant to be balanced to a certain degree, and elements of our South Node will come easier to us as we look to refine that Sun, to find a healthy egoic expression, to find a healthy connection to our own identity, to our own talents. It's okay if you sometimes sway side to side. That's what sometimes balancing takes. You might need to, feel like you're God and feel super confident in order for you to learn healthy boundaries, healthy ego. This is what I can do. This is what I can't do. This is what I'm good at. This is what I'm not good at. This is where I can lead. This is where I need to work on as a leader. And all in all, to thine own self be true. The coolest thing about this is that in the process of just being the person that you are living your life purpose, because there was a message in past lives that it was not safe to be the person that you are. And there might be certain elements of your life that are unconventional, or that other people wouldn't necessarily choose to live their life that way, but you are here to refine where it is that you light up, where it is that you shine, where it is that you feel your life force energy, and move ferociously in that direction. You are gifted by the universe with creative powers and with natural leadership, natural authoritativeness. You are gifted with presence, with magnetism. The sun effortlessly has all those planets revolving around it, and you too have that energy given to you by the cosmos to be someone that other people pay attention to. It's a power that you should wield effectively, as it can certainly go to extremes. So if you have Moon conjunct North Node, so there can be a certain energy around needing to move towards what is sacred to you. Moon is the domain of the emotions. It's what soothes us. And with the moon opposite the South Node, that's what it means when it's conjoined the North Node, there could have been past life themes around it wasn't safe to feel, or you had to suppress your own emotions from yourself, or it wasn't safe to go there. It wasn't safe to anchor into what was sacred to you. You had to perform in the external world. Definitely look to the side to get more context around that. But with North Node Moon, it's about creating a life that feels good on the inside rather than living a life that looks good on the outside. With North Node Moon, it is so important for you to refine the energy of the moon, which is emotions. So getting more comfortable with your own fluctuations of emotions and not demonizing or villainizing yourself for those fluctuations. There could be a certain energy of nurturing that could be very important for you, perhaps being a mother, or raising puppies, or having a dog, or having plants. The act of taking care of something can in turn remind you to take care of you, because oftentimes with moon opposite South Node, there could have been past life themes, early life themes, whatever resonates for you, of not necessarily feeling deserving of nurturing. So there could be a stoic response, there can be sort of a guarded restriction to yourself, and in the process of taking care of others, you tap into the softness within yourself. When you give yourself, as well as other people, the grace to feel the wide spectrum of human emotions, it's almost like a brand new color scheme opens up within the world. You're going to see the world differently, but do keep in mind that North Node is not where we are inherently the most comfortable. So there can be certain domains of your emotions, of domestic life, that makes you feel uncomfortable. There could be a tendency to want to suppress or ignore your emotions, or what it is that makes you feel safe within this world, feeling like you should be a machine or a robot. This lifetime is about leaning into what it is that makes you feel internally safe and comforted. And this could also come up in different themes, like taking care of things I mentioned, but also like hospitality, being a cook, feeding other individuals, giving nourishment, because the act of giving nourishment to others reminds you to give it to yourself, which is what you're here to refine. It is important to keep in mind that with North Node conjunct any planet, there is an energy where you can go to excess with it. So with it on Moon, in order for you to learn and really get that dialogue and that conversation with your own emotional world, there could be an energy of going to the excess, over emotionality, or constantly playing the victim or something of that nature. Do be mindful if those themes do rear up, but the best manifestation of this is truly this truly nurturing wonderful energy around feeling full to give to yourself, around what you hold sacred. It's about being able to truly create a home that feels both physically and psychologically nourishing to you, being able to give nourishment to other people, whether it's through food or through rearing children or plants or whatever it is. It's not so much about external success, though many factors of your chart could point to that. But in terms of progressing yourself as a soul, you could find that diving into those moon-like avenues provides a lot of advancement and growth for yourself. Not what's most comfortable, but what's most worth it. The universe is gifting you with this amazing well of opportunity to give to other people, to nurture yourself and others, to create a life that is truly rooted in happiness and genuine well-being. So North Node conjunct your rising. So I do have a video of North Node in the first house, so we'll also touch on some of these themes. But if you do have it on an angle, it does take a stronger energy. It takes an enhanced importance. With North Node conjunct rising, this means that your South Node is conjoining the descendant. So there could have been past life themes, if that's a notion that resonates with you, around you showing up for other people, and it was less about you. You could have only been known for being this person's sister, this person's wife, this person's helper, whatever else. There wasn't really a refinement of identity. You didn't really get to figure out who you were. Your choices and decisions were dictated to you perhaps by other people, and of course look to the signs to get more context on that. But with North Node ascendant, part of your life's arc is around finding out who it is that you are, and furthermore choosing yourself every time. Choosing yourself every time, because you can have certain tendencies, whether conscious or subconscious, of feeling like other people's opinions or thoughts on your life value more than yours do. Well, everyone said I should take the job in Missouri, so I did it without realizing, but I really want to take the job in Miami. And it's not to say that you need to move or anything like that. That was just an example. It's more so the premise of being able to trust your own input and to embolden yourself as the creator of your own life, as the captain of your own ship with North Node ascendant, and not allowing the power to be in other people's hands on yourself, on your journey. There can also be themes as rising is associated with our physical body. You could even find that the journey of getting healthy, the journey of working out, maybe the journey of, doing your hair and doing your makeup, building up your confidence is helpful for yourself as a soul. That could have been areas that you weren't able to dive into in past lifetimes that you want to maximize within this life. Essentially, this emboldens energy around choosing self, being able to refine and build your own self, and also not feeling like you need to arrive at knowing who you are. This lifetime is about the process of discovering it. We are constantly in a journey of moving towards our North Node. So if you're like, I don't know who I am, that's why I let other people make decisions for me. That's why I let other people tell me who I am. The journey is about discovering it, finding out what is it that you enjoy, what are your preferences, how do you like to dress, how do you like to wear your hair, how do you like to do your makeup, how do you like to body build, or whatever you like to do. It's about being able to realize the power that you have and to be visible for those talents and abilities, because there also can be certain energies around feeling more safe when you are a duo, whether it's like a business partner. I don't want to launch my own practice. I'd rather do it with a partner. Or I don't want to move unless my husband comes with me. So you could feel more comfortable as the best supporting actor. I'll just quit my job even though I love it because my spouse wants to move. Like there was an energy around feeling more content as a duo and not necessarily feeling safe to step out on your own. And you could find that in this lifetime, people might disappoint you a little bit, particularly if they're sprung out of this people-pleasing desire to just have someone there, just be part of a partnership, because stepping out on your own can feel very scary. Like North Node is a road that has not been traveled before. So it could feel downright terrifying to step out on your own, to be visible for your own talents and abilities, to start that business, to go after what it is that you want without someone else there. But I embolden you to do so, because you could find that certain initiatives that are launched with other people could fall through, or the universe will test you to see if you'll finally bet on yourself. And yes, healthy partnerships will happen. Healthy collaborations will absolutely happen, but they will not happen until you learn to trust your own perspective and your own path. North Node conjunct Mercury. So for you, this life is about refining and building your voice and your communication strategies. And that could not necessarily feel as safe and comfortable for you. So for you, you are here to communicate. You are here to distill ideas. You are here to use your brilliant mind and intellect to be able to promote what it is makes sense to you, or what it is that, intellectually lights you up, or anything of that nature. And there could have been an element with Mercury opposite the South Node where those communicative abilities weren't afforded to you in a past life, if that resonates, or you could have felt this sensation of being behind other people intellectually. It could have been that in a past life you didn't have the opportunity to get education, your voice wasn't valued, you were constantly told to hold your tongue, don't speak up, don't say anything. And so it could feel uncomfortable in this lifetime to share your perspective, to share your thoughts, to embolden your mind. But you are gifted in this lifetime with the ability to do so. The universe is gifting you with intellectual ability, with ability to communicate in a way that genuinely transmits information. And you can doubt yourself. You can feel like, oh, I'm not smart enough for that, or I'm too dumb for that, or that's for smart people, but not for me. But with North Node Mercury, you have something to say. And it's about trusting yourself enough to be the deliverer of that message, getting out of your own way. There can be a certain propensity within this lifetime to maybe not speak up your own mind, to see something and not say something. And you're here to refine language quite a bit. You're here to tap into the well of opportunity that you have, whether it is written language, whether it's spoken language, whatever medium resonates with you, there is a empowerment around how it is that you intellectually process the world. With North Node Mercury, you can have an important message that the universe is literally giving you to get out there. So whatever the medium is, I would challenge you to refine it, because you have a voice that people can listen to, whether it's written or verbal or whatever it is. Look to the sign in the house that it's located in for more clues, but it is about learning that energy, about learning to build the logical part of your personality, learning to, equip your mind with the intellectual toolbox that it may need to deliver this message. And with North Node Mercury, there's also a natural curiosity that will guide your life. With North Node Mercury, if you're like, oh, I don't want to be this divine communicator, with North Node Mercury, part of your life's journey could just be about being able to stay light with life, to stay curious, to learn all sorts of different modalities and interests that you have, to let that curiosity lead the way. Because Mercury is a very trickster-like, youthful energy, and you can find that when you are interested in life, there's life force energy there, right? It's when things feel dull that you're bored. But if you're learning how to cook in Italy, and you're taking this class to read tarot cards, like allowing that natural curiosity, that zest for life to guide the way, could unlock all of these interesting new experiences that maybe were not afforded to you in past lifetimes. It could have been that you didn't get to give your mind the toolbox of all these interesting skills and abilities. It could have been that, life circumstances had you so stuck that you didn't have the opportunity to learn. I mean, the amount of information that we have out there right now is absolutely overwhelming. And for you as a soul, there can be an energy around feeling like you aren't as smart as other people, or why would people want to listen to me? But truly, with North Node Mercury, there is something in the realm of Mercury that is both powerful for you as a giver of the message and powerful for the world as a receiver of the message that you will certainly transmit. And with Mercury conjoining North Node, there can be an act to go overboard with Mercury, which is intellectualizing everything, or letting logic lead the way and defying, your heart's desires. So just important to keep that balanced head and heart. North Node conjoining Venus. You are here to live a life of beauty and of luxury and of money and abundance and love and all of these beautiful aspects. Of course, look at the sign in the house for more clues. But truly, with North Node Venus, it is about being able to cultivate a life that is beautiful. And it's not to say that you necessarily need to have all of the designer purses and a gazillion people in love with you, but Venus is really about finding the enjoyment and the romance in our everyday, being able to know that we are deserving of pleasure, we are deserving of luxury, and luxury doesn't have to be millions of dollars. It could just be the luxury of an afternoon off to sip a latte and walk around smelling the flowers. It's the ability to find beauty, to cultivate glamour within our everyday reality. And since Venus conjoining the North Node would indicate that Venus is opposite the South Node, this might not necessarily come easy or natural to you. I'll name some manifestations. Since Venus is love, you could have in past lifetimes not had the ability to love. Not that you were lacking it, but it could have been like life had other plans. Like you had to marry someone, for security. So love wasn't really factored into it. There could have been an energy where, you could have been very, very poor in a past life with Venus opposite the North Node, where you weren't able to really cultivate luxury because you had to work all the time. There was scarcity. You couldn't afford luxury and pleasure and all of these things. You had to work. Life was about dutiful routine and structure. Like you didn't have that possibility to lean into it. And there also could be certain energies around not valuing yourself, just as a person. And with North Node Venus, it's about first learning to value yourself. Venus is love, self-love, of course, you don't need me to tell you. And also being able to fall in love with not only people, because North Node is boosting our romantic world, but also fall in love with life itself, finding pleasure at every turn, being able to enjoy bubble baths, being able to cultivate a life that is beautiful in every facet. Like that is truly an art form in itself, is creating a life worth living and promoting beauty. You could be a creator, someone who paints or is an interior designer or loves to dress a certain way or loves to do your makeup. Beauty truly makes life worth living when you have North Node Venus. And you could not feel beautiful. You can maybe doubt your aesthetic taste, but truly the universe is guiding you in Venusian matters to be able to dive into what in life is pleasurable, what in life do you value, how can you create more beauty within the external world, how can you create more love within this world, how can you fall head over heels and romance and feel how the world just feels like it's opening up, blooming before you like a flower. With North Node Venus, these themes can feel uncomfortable to you, or maybe you're loving sinking into this journey depending on where you are within it. But with Venus also indicating money, there can be a certain energy of having to explore how our own value for ourselves ties into our financial reality. So are you undervaluing your time? Are you undervaluing your services? Are you undervaluing the light and the power that you give this planet just by your very presence? With North Node Venus, you are here to cultivate that. Of course, with North Node conjoining planets, we can go overboard. There can be an energy of obsession. So it is important, North Node Venus can tip towards the side of being materialistic at times. So just important to ground down every so often. It's lovely to be surrounded by beautiful things, but remembering that Venus is love, and true love is really found in, people rather than things. So just try not to let that necessarily get out of control, but you are here to be able to be, a patron of the arts and sorts, identifying and spotlighting beautiful art, maybe creating beautiful art of yourself, creating beauty within your home, or maybe for the world. Maybe you are someone who, is a painter, an artiste, or maybe you just create a life worth living. That's a valuable art within itself. Okay, this is for you if you have North Node conjoining Mars, the planet of action, assertion, how we get what we want, how we win, essentially. And you are here to channel the energy of Mars. Now, to understand where we're going, which is North Node, we need to understand where you've been, which is South Node. And I'd speak in past lives. If that resonates, let it go. If it doesn't, there is an energy with Mars opposite South Node that we weren't able to tap into our power within past lifetimes. We felt powerless. We felt helpless. We felt incapable. Maybe we felt like the victim of our own reality and that we had no agency in creating our world. We felt powerless. We felt like a victim. Maybe there could have been an energy where you didn't really feel that physical strength. Maybe there was a blockage there, an injury or a handicap of sorts. But whatever the manifestation, the overall feeling from a past lifetime was, I'm not strong enough to survive, and other people can get what they want, but not me. And you're here to change the narrative in this lifetime. You are here to empower yourself as an active agent within the universe, able to secure your own desires and move towards what it is that you want in life, to battle with other people and win. I'm not saying, sword fight or fence other people unless that's what you want to do. But like if you and another person are up for this promotion, you know, in past lives, you could have cowered down. Like, they're probably more fit for it, you know, just little old me, I don't know. With North Node conjoining Mars, it's like, nope, I want this and I'm going to go after what it is that I want. I believe in my own power. I believe in my own ability. Maybe you can build up this part of your personality by participating in competitive things, sport, marathons, anything that helps build that winning spirit within you, that competitive spirit within you, because, you know, it's important to cultivate that fighting spirit. Not necessarily fighting people, but it's important to cultivate that, because there almost feels like this energy of like, well, in past lifetimes around, what's the point? And you can feel that energy in this lifetime too as well, but you are here to actively cultivate, this is what I want, so I'm going after what I want because I am deserving of having what I want. And again, this should feel like a uncomfortable muscle for you to flex, because it's not what comes most naturally to you, but it's where you can promote your soul's growth the most. And even things such as exercise can be super helpful for your Mars. Even just actively going after what it is that you want, having a routine that allows you to be active can help translate to other facets of life. Like if you're getting up and you're working out, you feel stronger, and then when you walk to that business meeting, you're more apt to be able to stand up and, you know, fight for your proposition. And I don't mean to speak to it with all of this intensity, but there is this nature with Mars about standing up for what we believe in, or fighting for ourselves, or advocating for ourselves is really the thing here. And you also could find that the universe will bring certain individuals who try to overshadow you or try to, you know, beat you down or keep you small. And that's it's sort of testing you to see, are you going to advocate for yourself? Have you learned to stand up for yourself? Have you learned to assert yourself? And I embolden you to do so. I will mention that whenever North Node is conjoining a planet, there is a propensity for us to get obsessed with that planet. So just be mindful that it doesn't swell out of control in terms of, you know, you being someone who is overbearing or very aggressive or anything like that. Certainly with Mars, we want to cultivate a healthy ego, a healthy fighting spirit that allows us to fight for and win the things that are really important to us, whether it's the values that are important to us, that business deal that's really important to us, that marathon that's really important to us. Work towards what you want, advocate for yourself, believe in yourself, and also healthy conflict can play a role here, not, you know, shrinking into yourself, but being able to stand up for yourself like, hey, that's not okay, and not demonizing your anger. It's almost like this energy around sacred anger, being mad about the right things with North Node Mars. So there can be something, you know, that you are here to advocate for, here to fight for. Of course, look to your sign and house placement of your North Node to get more context on that. But I hope that you learn to advocate for yourself and the causes that you believe in and assert yourself. North Node Jupiter. What's it feel like to be God's favorite? What does it feel like to be God's favorite? I'm just kidding, but this is a really beautiful North Node placement, truly, because Jupiter is growth, it is abundance, it is meaning, and these are themes for you to study in this lifetime, essentially. And since Jupiter is opposite your South Node, there can be certain themes where in a past life, if that's an idea that resonates for you, you didn't really have the ability to dive into your Jupiter. It could have been that you didn't feel like you were led by faith. Religion could have maybe not been a theme within a past life, or maybe you didn't have a strong moral code or philosophy that you abided by. Your life was very much about the mechanics of things, the realistic factors. And in this lifetime, it's about finding your personal sense of meaning within it all. And that can certainly be in religion, that can certainly be in astrology, any sort of avenue that helps you feel expansive, helps you tap into something bigger. There could also have been themes around you weren't able to expand or adventure, go new places. In past lives, you could have just been born in one place and that's where you were. But in this lifetime, you are here to study all things Jupiter. And with North Node Jupiter, this is beautiful. The reason I said y'all are God's favorite is because with this, you're gonna land on your feet. The universe is really helping you with luck here. You can find that you are in the right place at the right time. You could find that you are led by this feeling of connection or meaning or wanting to put together the big picture of it all. You can find there is this natural curiosity of wanting to understand life's mysteries, the context, of perhaps religion or academia. There's this desire to want to expand. Some of you could find that traveling is what makes you come alive, but there's a strong desire that you're not just here to live, you're here to find meaning. Gosh, what's that Joseph Campbell quote? We're not so much looking for the experience of life, but the feeling of aliveness. And that reminds me of North Node conjunct Jupiter, because you really are here to dive into what it means to find meaning within this reality. And the avenues are totally up to you. As I mentioned, this is associated with education and morality and travel and all of these things. But the premise of it all, or what it really is when it dials down to, is a life where you are not ignoring the bad, but you're choosing to find the good. You're choosing to realize that every day is a new opportunity to create something new, adventure somewhere new, travel somewhere new. And the universe gives you these really beautiful life lessons or life experiences. And it's not to say that you won't have challenges or setbacks of any sort, but with North Node Jupiter, you can find that this is a lifetime that you are here to expand luck, expand abundance of all sorts. Of course, North Node does indicate that there can be a propensity to go overboard with where it's conjoining. So there could be a certain energy of being a zealot, a religious zealot, going overboard, or having a strict moral code that you feel like everyone should believe in as well. But truly, with North Node Jupiter, you are here to cultivate your own personal sense of meaning, your own personal sense of what is right and wrong, what makes you feel connected to your big picture. And truly, the universe will reward you with good fortune, with luck. And it's sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like good things happen to you because you're a good person, because you are optimistic, because you inspire other individuals. And also expand altruism, giving back to other people. There's a reason Jupiter exalts in Cancer. It's because, the best abundance is afforded to us, which is Jupiter, when we are generous, compassionate, which is the energy of Cancer. So you are here to be this vessel for the universe, truly cultivating spirituality within your life, being able to give back to other people via altruism, as well as just via your, sunny personality. And if this isn't resonating with you, just know you are here to work on the qualities of Jupiter. So find what it is that you believe in, abide by your own moral code, what is right, what is wrong within your world, be willing to help other people, expand, learn new topics. These are all methods that you can tap more into your Jupiter. North Node conjunct Saturn. So for you, you are here to work on the energy of Saturn. So Saturn is rules, it's restrictions. You might be like, a Saturn lifetime. It could have been that in past lifetimes there wasn't that structure. You could have found with some Saturn opposite the South Node, you could have been someone who broke the law, or rules just didn't apply to you. You could have felt out of control. You could have struggled with really destructive habits and not really having that responsibility to keep you aligned. And in this lifetime, you are here to learn responsibility and learn discipline. But I don't want you to get too down on this placement. Truly, with North Node, it is a blessing. It does indicate, gain. And with North Node Saturn, you can find that you both advance yourself as a soul, as well as experience material gain when you're able to honor the commitments within your life. And it might not be the most exciting placement ever, but it's a very valid one. With North Node Saturn, you are here to learn the value of patience, the value of being able to uphold your commitments, to learn that what it is that you want will take time. And there can be this impatience within your soul. I want it now. I want to break the rules in order to have it now. But with North Node Saturn, the more that you can abide, and it's not to say that, let other people decide your life for you, but the more that you can abide by this sense of responsibility, being responsible for your own self, being an agent of your own reality, the more you can find really beautiful things come towards you. So with North Node Saturn, you are here to lean into having discipline, maybe having a really strict, daily routine, maybe being more strict when it comes to your health. The sign and the house placement will tell you more in regards to this placement. But key themes is to be able to identify yourself as an authority figure. There can be certain themes around healing of father relationship, or maybe reparenting yourself, being able to provide yourself the discipline, and being able to create a life that you are genuinely proud of, and to know that Good things truly do take time, and the view from the top is so sweet when you're the one who took yourself there. Annabelle Gatt tweeted that, so I just want to reference her there. But with North Node Saturn, you can find good things come to those who wait. So wait for what it is that you want, work towards what it is that you want. A lot of that magic that you're looking for is in the hard work that you've been avoiding, and that's the North Node Saturn. There can be a certain energy around needing to be some sort of authority figure, some sort of leader within the public eye, needing to be someone who upholds rules, or maybe you are a father yourself or has to, parent someone. But there is this energy about being able to have integrity, have structure within your world, have discipline, and feel how sweet it is to work for and wait for the things that you want in life, and to be someone who is an upstanding citizen within the public eye, someone that other people feel like they can trust and rely on. Maybe you have some sort of role as a leader for the PTA or in your HOA association or something of the nature. With North Node Saturn, the more that you can uphold rules and structures and be that rock for other people, the more good that will come to you, both to a soul level as well as to an external rewards. You can find that you really are abundant when you're able to cultivate discipline, when you're able to work within the rules of society, when you're able to have integrity. And of course, wherever North Node is conjoining, it means it can go to extremes of obsession. So do be mindful of your tendency to be a little too bound by structures or rules or traditions. But the gift of this placement is that you really are someone who can stand the test of time. You are here to work on being someone who is steadfast and loyal and maintains your commitments, and is someone who is a rock within the community and someone that other people can genuinely rely on. Continue to promote those themes. North Node conjunct Uranus. Ooh, what a fun North Node placement this is. So to understand where you're going, we must first understand where you've been. So with South Node opposite Uranus, it would indicate that in past lives, the energy of Uranus could have felt very distant or foreign to you. And Uranus is the planet of innovation, ups and downs, unpredictability, rebellion. So there could have been this energy within past lifetimes around your life was just about your responsibilities and what it is that you had to maintain. And there was a lot of mundane energy. Maybe, your life was about making money. Your life was about materialism. Your life was about, just living a more traditional lifestyle. In this lifetime, that is not in the cards for you. And it's not a bad thing. With North Node Uranus, you're here to shake things up, and the universe will give you opportunities to shake things up and to innovate. But it's really important that you cultivate the energy of Uranus, because the nature of North Node is that it can feel uncomfortable to us. And you'll get more clues of where you're meant to innovate when you look at your North Node by sign and by house. But with North Node conjoining Uranus, there can be this energy where you are here to disrupt. You're here to disrupt. And it could be disrupt broken systems, disrupt unjust systems, disrupt anything that doesn't make sense. There could be a breathing of innovation into this world, maybe disrupting certain industries with a genius new idea that you have, or being able to go to a new company and be like, you guys are literally living in the dinosaur ages with this technology. We need to embrace the new. But you as a human being are here to be Uranus in a person, right? Being able to inject innovation and unpredictability into wherever it is that you go. And Uranus is also the energy around fierce individuality, because that's the energy of geniuses, is that they dare to think differently and to be creative. And that's what enacts change. And you're not going to be able to do that or to channel Uranus until you boldly and unapologetically embrace the person that you are, with all of your quirks, with all of your weirdness. There can be a journey in this lifetime of having to be content with the person that you are, travel over the hurdles of facing judgment from other people, of disrupting the status quo. This is not a life of walking the line that was led for you. So there can be certain energies of feeling like the black sheep within your family, or certain energies around feeling like you have to hide your sexuality or something of that nature, because it's not safe to be who you are. It's not safe to be different than the convention, but you're here to defy convention and breathe that inventiveness, that originality into where it is that you go. And these can feel themes that feel very foreign or uncomfortable to to you, but it's the energy that you are meant to embrace within this lifetime, and furthermore, innovate this planet. And I hope that doesn't overwhelm you when I'm like, oh, you're supposed to come out with all these ideas, because to a minor scale, it could just be liberating yourself by being fiercely individual, by carving your own path, by disrupting the status quo. To a broader level, it can be, working with technology that helps disrupt and change humanity, or working with companies that are here to disrupt and change humanity and progress us into the future. But whatever the story is, whether it's as personal or as major as it is, it helps your soul to evolve, to realize that every day is the opportunity to create something new, to innovate, to question reality, to question authority, to create a life that is aligned with the person that you are, not who society expects you to be, but who you are. And do keep in mind that when North Node is conjoining a planet, we can get obsessed with that planet, can go to extremes. So with North Node conjunct Uranus, just be mindful around themes of stirring up trouble just for the sake of stirring up trouble. Be a rebel with the cause, essentially. This is for you if you have North Node conjunct Neptune. So for you, you are here to study Neptune, essentially. You are here to live a life reflective of Neptune and understand where you're going, which is this Neptunian life. We need to understand where you've been. And within astrology, when you have a planet conjoining the North Node, it means that it's opposite the South Node. And in astrology, South Node is associated with past lives. Now, if that's not a concept that resonates with you, no worries. But if it is, it would be considered that with Neptune opposite the South Node, Neptune was not a super strong component within your past life. And Neptune is the planet of spirituality, of our ability to merge boundaries. So you could have been someone who didn't have the ability to be very Neptunian. You could have had to be very, very anchored in reality, very facts and figures about the books. Maybe you had to uphold traditions. There wasn't time to explore spirituality. You had to engage with what was right in front of you. And in this lifetime, you are afforded the ability to dive into your Neptune, even though it might feel foreign or uncomfortable to you. And with North Node Neptune, you are truly here to dive into yourself as a spirit. And a great first step is watching this video. Anything that makes you feel connected to something bigger is supportive for you, even though it might feel uncomfortable to put your faith or your trust in something, or to feel that sensation of, looking at the night sky and being like, wow, I'm so small in the grand scheme of things, but I'm also the universe within me. That's the energy of Neptune. It's the energy around dissolving boundaries, dissolving the boundaries of ego, around this is who I am, this is who you are, and being able to realize, okay, we're all spirit, right? With North Node Neptune, you can find that you can be a student of spirituality and eventually perhaps a teacher of it, someone who lives this sort of life, a priest, a mystic of some sort, someone who hears, the vibrations of the universe, or is a conduit for universal source messages. There can also be this dynamic where in past lifetimes you didn't feel like you were able to trust your intuition. You relied on logic and facts. And in this lifetime, a really valuable skill is for you to sharpen your intuition, what it is that feels right, and sharpen your connection to spirit, whether that is through oracle cards or meditation or yoga, whatever it is that makes you feel connected to something bigger. That's where Neptune wants you to go, right? And that energy around escaping to something bigger, like forgetting who it is that you are when you're just in that flow state of what it is that you love to do. So spirituality isn't necessarily something that lights you up. Of course, with North Node, it's where we can feel uncomfortable, but other avenues of Neptune is anything that makes you feel in that flow state, that makes you dissolve boundaries and just forget who you are. For some people, that could be nature. Maybe for some people, that's surfing. Anything where it's like you lose grip on identity and self and just merge completely into the universe and to source energy. And that can feel uncomfortable. Past lifetimes, you could have had a really strong egoic connection or something of the like. But with North Node Neptune, find what it is that you believe in, find what it is that gives your life meaning, what it is that you merge into, and melt completely into it, because you can be someone who draws other people to their own intuitive powers. You can be quite a psychic, honestly, or you can be someone who infuses these cosmic or celestial whispers from the ethers into art, being a channeler, being a downloader to some degree, like just opening, your mind up for the art and the music to just funnel through you. It's about not listening to rules and this is how things are done, or getting out of your own way, to just let that inspiration flow through you, whether that's poetry or art or whatever it looks like for you. With North Node Neptune, you can really receive a lot of spiritual support, but it's up for you to get out of your own way. And you're here to be a giving person. You're here to be altruistic. You're here to have compassion for other human beings. You're here to help usher us into the next paradigm. You're here to help awaken people, help people trust and believe in their own intuition, believe in, God or whatever it is that you believe in, the universe. Now, do keep in mind that whenever North Node is conjoining a planet, there is a propensity for us to get obsessed with that particular planet or go overboard with it. So with North Node conjoining Neptune, do be mindful of any tendency to go to overboard when it comes to escapism or addictive tendencies or lack of boundaries, compassion at our own detriment, anything of the like. So North Node conjunct Pluto. First of all, hey, I also have this. And the thing about North Node is that it is not where we are naturally most comfy cozy, as North Node is what we are here to work on in this lifetime. And it would be so boring if we came out the wound having already mastered what our focus is in this lifetime. So let's start with where you've been. With Pluto opposite North Node, there can be certain themes where you did not feel powerful in past lifetimes. You could have felt like your power was taken from you. There could have been a certain energy where you were scared of change, scared of transformation, clung to what was. And that fear could permeate into other avenues. There could have been a strong fear of death, where it was like that strong fear of death kept you from living, like you kept yourself in a box because you were so scared of change or so scared of things disrupting. And with North Node Pluto, you are here to learn about rebirth and to learn about strength. And you might find that you don't get to hold on to things for too long. And this is my North Node placement, so it makes me so uncomfortable but with North Node conjunct Pluto, you are here to learn about the strength that is unearthed when you are able to rebirth yourself, when you are able to transform, when you are able to let go of what is no longer serving and lean into what is, continually clearing space. With North Node Pluto, this is not a lifetime that lets you cling to things. The important things will remain, certainly, but you are constantly being asked to evolve yourself, because each person that you are when you rise from the ashes, when you're the phoenix of your own life, is a stronger, more resilient, more aligned person of yourself. And it's so important for you not to cling to what is not serving you. You might, love where you live, but the next chapter of your journey will require you to let go of where you're living now to move to this new city. You might love this relationship, but it's not allowing you to evolve into the next version of yourself. Because when you are able to lean into the death and rebirth, that is truly the cycle of life, you are able to be a resilient human being and tap into your own power, which is what North Node Pluto is that you are here to be a powerful individual. You did not get to experience that in past lifetimes. Now, wherever North Node is conjoining, there is a propensity to get obsessed with that energy. So do be mindful that you can go to overboard in your quest for power or destroying things just for the sake of it. But just make sure to keep those nodes in balance, and do check where your North Node is by sign and house, because that can give more context around where you are meant to go through this evolution, this death and rebirth of life.
I don't know what happened filming this day, but I utterly just forgot to film an outro. So I just wanted to pop in while editing and say thank you so much for watching. Please leave below what resonated, what you connected to, and let me know if you want me to do the next in this series. So it would be South Node conjunct planets, because that's a totally different manifestation that also can be very telling on past life themes and what you're here to work on within this lifetime. So I hope you all have the most beautiful day, and until we meet again, drink lots of water and stay cosmic.